Alright, we are back with the final game of the day between LGD versus Team Max. It is a two-game series for the DPL Season 1 in 2018. So if Max win this, it doesn't go to a third game, it is just a two-game series. And we are going to be getting the bans underway. It's going to be the Razor as well as the Nagasaran taken out. We've got the Tiny and the Bounty Hunter being taken out by Max. The Bounty Hunter doing quite a lot of work for LGD last match once the track came online. So LGD not going to be able to get that hero once again as the ET is taken out by Team Max. Omni Knight is going to be the final ban of the first stage. And what's Team Max going to be drafting here? Again, they are on a 3-match losing streak, 2 to IGV. Onto LGD now.
10 seconds to go.
Maybe looking to turn this around. Just put the end of the day on a bit of a high note.
Radiant's pick. Chen.
They get themselves the Chan. Again, good strong hero in the early game. Able to send back a couple of the creeps. Okay, we're going to get another Gyrocopter. So all 4 games today are going to be Gyrocopter. As we get ourselves a Crystal Maiden. Hero I have not seen in a long time. A long time.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Which I'm just trying to think if they're going to go for any heroes with mana problems. The CM's going to be able to help out. Does go good with the Gyrocopter as well. You can frostbite someone into the Rocket Barrage. Good for dealing with chance creeps actually as well, just keeping them frozen for a long time and able to clean those one up. Brewmaster's going to be the pick by Team Max, getting that in before it gets banned out. But I'm just interested in the rest of LGD's draft now. Whether they go for something like a Wraith King, maybe it's going to be a Gyrocopter mid into like a Wraith King or maybe a Sven. With the Lycan being banned out.
Ten seconds to go.
Max, they've got the bans now, so they can look to, like say, if they think it's going to be a Wraith King or a Sven or someone with mana problems, they ban out the Sand King. Could even be someone like the Faceless Void. It depends whether you want to play this Gyrocopter mid, I guess. Or whether this Crystal Maiden's just a pick because they like the Crystal Maiden hero.
10 seconds to go.
You know, you're game up, try new things, why not? The worst that happens is you draw.
Oh, good.
HMX having a couple of problems again, but could be sorted out in no time. So LGD, what are they banning out? What don't they want to be playing up against with the Chan Brewmaster already been picked up? Maybe something like... It's still hard because, I mean, you're going to be fighting into a Chen army anyway, so maybe something that doesn't power that up. Taking the time over this, 1 minute and 20 left. The ban maybe... I mean, it depends if they want to run this Chen as a position 5. Yeah, they ban the Earth Spirit. Just trying to take out those Roman heroes that can really close the gap fast and mess with the Gyrocopter as well as the Crystal Maiden.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiant's pick.
And Max take out the Doom. Good against the Brewmaster, I guess. You get that Doom off before he can split. It really reduces his effectiveness in the fights. I suppose if you Doom anyone, it reduces their effectiveness, but the split is a big part of the Brewmaster's game, so if you can't get that off, then it makes him hard to be effective in the fights because he offers a lot of control in those Spirit Panda forms. An LGD. Where did he go from here? With a minute left for 3 picks and a ban. Just using the time to talk about this, think this one through. I can. Okay, it's gonna be. We go for the Tusk, so the Crystal Maiden Tusk combination. It's gonna be a cold game for Max. Yeah, and everyone knows the advantage of Tusk. You've obviously got the Ice Shards, you've got the Rolling Snowball. You can actually Ice Shard someone into a Frostbite.
10 seconds to go.
Or Frostbite into Ice Shards to keep them locked down. Throw the Freezing Field from the Crystal Maiden over. Absolutely blow someone up. And that's not to mention the Gyrocopter as well. So it's a good fight potential coming up from the... I'm assuming it's going to be the safe laner as well as the 2 supports for LGD so far. Team Max. I think this is the slowest draft we've had today.
Radiant's pick.
Everybody taking their time as the Clockwork is going to be the Roman ganky hero coming up for Team Max. I suppose, yeah, the Crystal Maiden, if she gets locked down, it's going to be a kill for the Clockwork, but the Gyrocopter with the call down, the Tusk with the Ice Shards, to try and push heroes in and out of the cogs. You've got even the Freezing Field.
5 seconds.
If the Clockwork doesn't find the Crystal Maiden, that he needs to be really on point with these cogs. Otherwise, there's always going to be something so far that can upset him, that can do damage to him while he's locked in there, and really just make his life a misery.
Dyer's pick.
And we're going to see the first Underlord of the day, or the first and the last. This game is the last one of the day. LGD, how did they do this?
10 seconds to go.
What do they pick up to complete this lineup?
5 seconds.
But it's going to be their mid-hero of choice. They do have a last pick, so they can react to anything that comes out from Team Max. And yeah, they're just going to be thinking about this, taking the time. So it's been a slow draft. They've still got a mid and a carry to pick up here. They've got both supports, they've got the rough laner. And where do they want to go? It's going to be the Underlord, so they need something that's got... It's just a tanky hero. It's such a tanky hero. And Team Max looking as stumped as I am right now on what to pick up.
Radiant's ban.
Okay, they get the Shadow Fiend, so they probably ban out the Queen of Pain next, right? Underlord does a little bit of celebrating there in the draft. But LGD, is there a specific carry they don't want to be playing against? Again, Juggernaut's still there. Didn't do too well in the last match. Lifesteal is there as well. You've got heroes like the Troll that can just output so much damage.
Dyer's ban.
Why not the Monkey King? Fair play. Team Max now. Just under a minute to think about this final ban, including reserve time. In fact, it's going to be about a minute for the
10 seconds.
this ban as well as the next pickup.
5 seconds.
So Max, thinking about this, again they've got the safe laner to pick up, something that goes well with the Chen and the Clockwork.
Dyer's pick.
Maybe a range hero, yeah, they do ban out the Queen of Pain. Maybe something like the Luna. That's got a bit of range to it, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be up close when those cogs come out. The Chen can rotate in as well. You have a decent amount of slow, the lockdown coming out from the Clockwork, a Luna, the Lucid Beams.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
20 seconds left of this pick. Down to the final 10 now. Tick down. Is it going to be another last second pickup? It is.
Radiant's pick.
Okay, so the Jug, once again. Again, I think the Jug is a good hero. Yeah, you can get the spin on the edge of the cogs as well. It stops most of the aggression coming out from the Gyrocopter as the Storm Swift's going to be the final pick by LGD.
Let's see what they can do.
Okay, we've got ourselves Ami back on the Gyrocopter, FY on the Tusk. Somnus is going to be playing the Storm Spirit while we just wait now for Charles to pick up the Underlord and for X Nova to take the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, the side of Team Max, Bonte is going to be back on the Jug, 897 on the Shadow Fiend. We've got Ray on the clock, HMX on the Brewmaster, and Rong on the Chen. Again, guys, 2-game series, so Team Max could look to take the draw, or LGD could look to take the win. It will not go to a third game if Max take the draw. It will just be 1 point for each. We just wait for the reserve time, the planning time, the strat time to burn through. We're going to be getting ourselves into the final game of the day between LGD and Team Max. Right, that is it. We are ready to go. Get ourselves into the game. If we take a look at the items, there's going to be, of course, there's going to be this decogs in. Trying to get 897 up to us. Is it gone back up to? No, it's still 12. Which isn't that hard to do. It doesn't take as long now. So it means the Clockwork can move off. Of course, you're not doing as much damage, but you still get like a bonus 14 damage from getting bonus 40 damage, or something roughly around that area, from getting full 12 cog stack. Ray just regens up its mana so we can throw out this last cogs. I think it's, what is it? It's about 28 damage, 26 damage, 26 extra damage for getting this. It's just going to be chasing away Wrong.
30 seconds to go.
And they know this is happening, so LGD can get aggressive. They know that the Clockwork hangs around. One of the supports or an offlane has to hang around. 897 gets a full plus 26 damage. And now they come down for the contest, but LGD are already in position to try and take this one away from them. There's going to be the Frostbite. Is there going to be Ice Shards? The Rocket Barrage flies out as well. Wrong. Gets pretty low, but Ray gets down the cogs. Just separated, and HMX wants to carry on going in. The clap's going to come through. Nova could be in a little bit of trouble. Does have the Frostbite back up if he wants to try and go for this. HMX is going to be able to try and block this one out. In fact, I think he got...
This'll come in handy.
Pick that one up. It's actually going to be the Gyrocopter, so it's going to be 3 going the way of LGD early. And now Clockwork trapped up. Could even get close to the first blood. Will get the first blood. Thanks to those cogs. I mean, it was actually the flat cannon, not the rocket barrage that was skilled up. So trying to attack many and not the one. Ame caught in the cogs. FY's rotating in. Does have those ice shards available. But this could be a second kill. Ame needs to be careful. The frostbite does come out. Ame just gets himself away with 30 health. And one more right click from pretty much anybody. And that would have been 2 kills going the way of Max. Meanwhile, top lane. Just going to be Chalice and Font looking for a trade. Ray does TP up. And mid lane's going to be another interesting one to keep our eye on. Shadow Fiend does get the raises now with that level 2. You'll be able to skill those up shortly. "13 denies, of course, the cogs counting as well. Meanwhile, bot lane. Did they get aggressive onto HMX? Looks like they're just going to let him soak a little bit of XP for now. The Chen moves into the jungle. Meanwhile, top lane, Chalice is there. It's being cogsed up. Just going to throw out the fire onto Fonte. And Rage just can't trade with him, getting down to lower than half his health, even with that tango. Ball lane, X-Nova with the pull. Still only level 1 to the level 2 of HMX. Got myself mixed up there, as Chalice is playing the Underlord. Yeah, and you can do this when you're playing the Underlord up against a Roman Clock and a Chen. You just sit yourself in lane, you've got yourself 4 armor, 820 health. So, really you're not scared of soaking the XP. Getting yourself up, getting those last hits with your fire as well, your Firestorm. As the Chen, I don't even think he's been on the top side of the map just yet. Cog's going to try and come in behind for a gank onto the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit moves himself away. The Cogs are going to go and the raises are available. Ray, does he go down? There's going to be a Fairy Fire for each hero. Snowball comes in. It's going to be saving the life of the Storm Spirit for a little bit at least. Somnus picks up the kill onto the Clockwork. Gets taken down by 897 afterwards. Gets the D-Ward off. Actually gets it onto the high ground as well, so they should be able to get this Observer Ward. Ice Shards come through. 897 is just going to be able to walk himself up the river and away. Snowball's going to be able with the Clockwork, TPing himself back in. 897 out of mana. As Somnus picks himself up that Observer Ward for a tasty 100 gold. Ball lane. 2v2. I'm going to hit HMX looking for the trades on the last hits as Chalice just keeps himself away from the top tier 1 tower. Three and a half minutes in, Fonte leading on the last hits. But it's pretty close, you know, between him and the Underlord. The Snowball's going to come through. They're going to try and go for a kill on this. Somnus actually gets the Static Remnant down so he can get the charge from his passive FY, just chasing into the trees, but the raises might be there. It is going to be enough, and now Somnus needs to run himself away from this, but the Clockwork doing work, and the raise comes out. The tower gets the last hit. And 142 gold each for the supports, as well as the mid laner. HMX actually takes down Nova on the bot lane with the help of the Chen. Didn't catch that one, just wanted to take a look at the aggression on the top lane, but yeah, Brewmaster. 14 last hits. In fact, the Underlord's sitting at the top of the last hits chart. So both offlaners doing pretty darn well. As Ray, yeah, Max sees this TP coming in from FY. Ray tries to chase down Chalice, but he's 2 levels higher than him. If the Snowball comes in, even with the Cogs, the Firestorm's going to be there. The Ice Shards traps him in. Chalice picks it up while he's walking away, because cool guys don't look at explosions or falling fire in this case. Why? Just got himself the boots. The Orb of Venom. Got 2 points into the Overload now, Somnus. Where do you go with this? They've got 2 heroes stacking up. Ame's just playing it careful. Not really coming in for the last hits if he can avoid it, as Ray shows himself now from the trees. But Tuskar's just going to be walking up. The missile's going to be there. The ice shards as well. They actually get... Oh no, the net's going to stop Ame from being able to rotate around. May even go down here. One more right click from the Brewmaster. HMX picks that kill up. And there's nothing the supports from LGD can do about that. Isolating off the clockwork, but it stops him from supporting the gyrocopter. And that net from the Chen. Oh, Somnus could be in trouble. The cogs are going to be there. Somnus has a shrine though if he wants to pop it. Level 5 X Nova gets the Frostbite onto the Wildwing Ripper. Just trying to take this away from Chen. Is it going to be enough damage though? Will be. We're on the high ground. Did they not see that? I guess Somnus just wanted to check for the wall. They are going to be coming across each other now. The clarity cancelled out. Ray going to be throwing out the battery assault. Is Somnus going to be able to pick up the kill if he can get one more static remnant now? Will be able to pick that one up. He's going to pay with his life though. It's wrong. Gets the return kill. 6.5 minutes in. Chalice second in net worth. In fact, with the rune, will go top. Yeah, and you can just see the Juggernaut being left alone. He's being forced away from these creeps, which just makes it hard for him to farm up. Seeing as the Firestorm comes up every 12 seconds. Gets himself his phase boots now, so should be good for keeping himself alive at least. Shadow Fiend with the Invis rune. Taking the long way round. Is going to be able to spot out Somnus. Going to go for a gank on this. Somnus does have his ultimate up now, so should be able to dive himself away. Can't because of the... Oh, the battery assault. He just can't get the animation off.
That was canned laughter.
Yeah, he pink out this ward. A little bit too late. Ray does have the cogs. FY has the snowball and the ice shards though to try and block this one off. Just moves himself back to the tier 1. Those can go for the D ward. Or can he? Does he have anything that hits uphill?
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Yeah, okay, so we can get it as the Underlord TPs to the bot. Firestorm comes out just to clean this wave. HMX diving deep, does have the split if they want to try and make a move for this. Chalice, level 8, instantly going to pop the Dark Rift. Just get himself out, leaves X Nova behind. Oh, this poor Crystal Maiden. What a way to make your re-emergence into the scene, I guess you'd say. Being left behind by your Underlord to be killed off. You know, Somnus getting space in the mid. Not really great with the net worth. He's about 1100 behind the Shadow Fiend. Does have the level 6 so can start looking for the kills. FY gets the snowball off, dodging a raise, but it is just going to be back into 3 heroes. FY doesn't survive through this, even with the pit coming out from Chalice. Not in time. Now HMX runs himself away. The Storm Spirit comes through. There's going to be the Requiem of Souls, but Somnus is going to be able to pick up this kill. It looks like he's not going to be able to because Max wants to try and turn this one around. An 895, not able to find the kill, but the Chen, the split, the Cyclone. Storm Spirit doesn't have that much mana, dodges out the Boulder Toss though. HMX puts himself back together and just moves himself back to the bottom lane tower. In fact, with the creeps coming in now, do they try and make a move onto the Underlord? I don't know if they even know he's there, but there's no Dark Rift now for the next 46 seconds. So this could be the tier 1 tower. Even an Underlord, he gives himself away, goes for the TP. Anything to cancel this. The centaur goes the wrong way. Can't find the stomp.
Structures now. Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
So it's 3-11. Max actually taking control of this game in the early stages, but we have seen them lose a couple of times after securing that early game. So just need to wait and see how this one is going to turn out as LGD with the smoke, VC 897. There's going to be the snowball in the ice shards as well. The cooldown tries to walk himself away from it. The race is coming through. Even X Nova with the frostbite picks that kill up. FY! Having to throw the Walrus Punch out onto the creeps just to make sure he doesn't die off to Chen though. But in the end, does survive through that.
Gold for my tower. Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Top lane, Storm trying to get whatever trade he can. He's only 2 levels behind the Juggernaut as well, so can play it pretty safe. If the Omni Slash comes through, just ball lightens themselves away to safety. He's got himself a free lane. Going to be able to push this one back out. He has lost his tower, so he does need to be careful. The TPs, if he does get gone on, going to be a little bit
The Dire might want to mine their top
away
tower.
from where he is. Storm starts to go towards this
Dire's
Kaya.
top tower's getting beat down.
The rotation is going to come through. This is a level 6 Ray. Is he going to show the hook off? Chalice, they make the move in. The hook comes through, but it's onto Chalice again. Really tanky. Hero moves himself through the snowball. Spins. Going to be over the top of the Firestorm. It's actually going to be Chalice being pushed out by the Cogs. And a 1-for-1. As the tower takes down the Clockwork. The missile comes in now as well, but the Omni Slash Ame needs to run himself away. He's not really fast enough. He's gone for the Power Treads and not the Face Boots. Who gets caught up, and now the Dark Rift cycloned up into the Earth, cancelled off. Are they going to have enough damage? It should be. Will be with the razors. So Max taking control of this game. 12 minutes in, they got themselves 14 kills and a 2k net worth lead.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower. Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so good.
They take themselves the mid tier 1 tower. Are they going to move into Roshan again?
Dire's bottom tower.
Underlord down. No Dark Rift. No Max relocation.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Rock it on.
The Ice Shards come through. The scouts out the Roshan. The clap's going to be there. FY needs to back himself away. I'm just going to try and contest this as well. It looks like Chalice rotates in. He gets the Firestorm down as well as the Pit of Malice. The hook comes through onto Storm Spirit. Max, are they going to try and fight this, or are they just going to be pushed away by the side of LGD? No Omni Slash for 60, but the blink comes back in from HMX. He doesn't have the split. I may get him pretty low. He's taken down by the Razors. Now Storm Spirit moves himself back into the pit just to drop a remnant to scout that one out. He's going to wear off, gets himself up into the high ground though. There's going to be the Pit of Malice as well as the Firestorm 897. What's he going to be able to do here? Throws out the Requiem just to scout, I guess. He's pretty low. Walrus Punch comes through. X-Nova gets the TP away. Storm Spirit trying to dive through, finds the kill. It's going to be a 3 times kill streak from 897, going the way of Somnus. And LGD find a way to force Max away from the Roshan pit and to find a couple of kills in the process. And with Roshan only being about half health, do LGD try and take this away from Max? You can see the TP and the smoked up, they're waiting for it. Storm doesn't have any points yet into the Electric Vortex, but Nova is going to be able to get the Frostbite. And now the right clicks, the Razors coming through from 897, trying to take down the Crystal Maiden, but it's not going to be in time. It looks like the Walrus Punch is going to be enough. Somnus gets the last right click. The hook comes through on the back lines. There's going to be the Cogs. It looks like Wrong may go down. There's going to be the Vortex skilled up now as well. It's been shown off, and it's going to be a double kill going the way with Storm Spirit. X-Nova trying to run himself away. It looks like the Storm Spirit just gets himself out of this, as X-Nova just carries on juking himself around, trying to buy time for the rest of his team. Chalice getting the farm in the mid lane. He's going to be able to push down this tier 1 tower as well. It's got about 500 health left.
Dire's mid tower won't last much.
As the Chen army, the rolling ball of the Boulder Toss comes in. Dark Rift with the Omni Slash. Onte picks that one up. The Dark Rift just didn't channel in time. Take a look. It's a 6-second delay until you can level that up to level 2. And those couple of seconds making all the difference. Somnus, though, finds the clockwork. Is he going to be able to find the kill on this as well? Is he trying to dive around, right clicks? There's going to be the static gremlin as well. Is he going to be popped? Or is he going to try and turn this one around? Because Storm Spirit doesn't really have that much mana. He's going to be able to get himself towards the shrine. Spin comes up from the Juggernaut, but there's no shrine there, so he's going to have to wait for his mana to regen the old-fashioned way. As Rami comes back in, there's going to be a collapse, slowed down, even with the cooldown. Is it going to be enough? He may be able to take down HMX. No, it gets the split off the rolling. Snowball comes through. Could be a couple of kills. The Dark Rift. Looks like it might just be the Crystal Maiden once again. So Roshan is the objective. Both teams want it, or both teams want to deny it from the enemy team at least. And the fights are going to carry on. Storm Spirit is going to be a little bit of trouble. There's going to be the Brewmaster blinking in, but he's just going to be able to ball lightning himself away the clock. Is he going to be able to have the hook? Not up for the next 32 seconds. The spin comes through. Somnus is out of mana now as well. This could be enough for Juggernaut to find the kill. Will be enough for Juggernaut to find the kill. And now the cogs come out. FY in a whole boatload of trouble. 8 to 21. 16 minutes in. It looks like Max have found the foot, and it is the end of the day, but one's better than zero, at least. So the tier 1 tower going to go down on the top lane.
The Radiant got one last top tower. Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
We're trying to do what he can to push this mid lane back out. And once again, Roshan can be the objective. It's still not regened up just yet. At about just above half its health. Jug's gonna farm. Didn't actually go for the Battle Fury this time. Went for the Drums Yasha build. Into the Sanjin Yasha. Storm is trying to find his farm. Actually going to go for the Bloodstone, it looks like. After the Kai'Sa, so not going for that Orchid. Straight away. Just needs the mana regen. Oh. Snowball comes out, but FY gets spun up in the air. I think the Walrus gets taken down by the Knight. Now the rotation is going to be there, but Chalice instantly pops this Dark Rift. Should be able to get himself, as well as the Storm Spirit, away. Down to the bot lane with Juggernaut. He's trying to just stalk out the Gyrocopter. Doesn't try and make a move for this. The Omni slashes up. He gets himself close. Just throws the right clicks out, trying to separate Ami from his creeps. But the missile's going to be there. The Vortex as well. This could be a dead Juggernaut. Gets the spin off. Now the rest of his team rotating in, but the Storm Spirit used up in the air, doesn't have a lot of mana left. There's going to be the Recruitment Souls, dives himself away, cancelled. The ult. Rocket Flare, do we have ourselves a hook? We do. Oh, Ball Lightning's just over the hook. But it's 22 to 8.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Ray, where does he go? He sees FY. Pit of Moss is going to be there with the Ice Shards. Clockwork looks like he's going to be able to get himself back to safety. But HMX wants to go for it. He's got the split if he needs to use it as well. Chalice is going to have no ultimate now for the next 52 seconds. So HMX carries on chasing. Again, he does have the split. The Firestorm going to be used. The Force Staff down to the low ground. Keeps Chalice rocking for now. Ray's in trouble, but the Hand of God comes out. And now FY caught out in no man's land. Trying to get the deny to Roshan, but LGD... a little bit of a lack of coordination now opens up the Roshan pit as the Healing Ward has been popped. Yeah, Roshan, no contest coming out from LGD. They ping it out, but is it going to be in time? Storm Spirit does have the TP. Clockwork comes in for the block with the cogs, just making sure no one can dive in. And now Chalice could even be in trouble. HMX, again, keeping that split for a team fight. Just thinks he can take Chalice. Well, the rest of his team are here now, so Chalice needs to be able to run himself away. He's got only the 1 point in the Dark Rift, and he's going to be right-clicked down.
How about that? The Dire best do something about that bottom tower. The Dire went and fortified their structures.
So 8 to 24. 3k going the way of Max. 20 minutes in. Those towers are going to start falling now as well. Ice shards, but Jug doesn't care. He's just going to sit and right click. You creep wave down, and then you tower down. Sigil going to be slowing down the right clicks for now, but it is going to be taken down eventually. I think it was actually Chen that cleaned that one up. And Fonte just goes back to right click in the tower.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand. Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
Where did he go from here? BKB popped up and picked up, sorry, by Ame. He could find the storm. Somnus can dive himself away, will dive himself away. Got himself the Bloodstone now as well, so that mana regen going to be a bit better. As he just bottles himself up. So the razors come out from 897. Still got that Aegis going towards the BKB. Palace 2 points into the Dark Rift now, so it is going to be 10 seconds off the cooldown, 5 seconds off the actual delay. Costs him a little bit more mana, but they're going to be trying to make a move onto the two heroes here, Ray as well as 897. Can they find anything? They see the gyrocopter with that ward. Now they walk down. I think they just walk themselves out, and yeah, Stone Spirit just in that little corridor of vision that they don't have. Ame span up into the air, the cogs are there, BKB's going to be popped and Somnus dives himself back in the air. Going to be able to find a clockwork, it looks like. Excuse me. As HMX still holds the split, the BKB is there, no way to cancel this so they can't find the kill. Storm's able to TP himself away. The cogs were dropped, but it was not enough. The clockwork does take a dive. And now Juggernaut's going to go back for that Battle Fury. After picking up the drums, the Sanjin Yash as well, I suppose he doesn't want it for the farm, he just wants it for the fights. 897, missiled up. Just needs to move himself away.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Mid lane. Pit of Mars comes out, the 5-storm as well. Ray just runs himself out of it. He's got the urn, but there is a Storm Spirit stalking him. No walker just yet. 23 minutes in, but it looks like Max want to be making a push onto the tier 3 tower on the bot lane. Are they going to be able to find, well, they find at least a tier 3 tower. And he's backed themselves off. They're going to reset, come back in. There's the clap by the Brewmaster. He's still holding this split. Now it's going to come out as the Omni Slash comes through onto a BKB Gyrocopter. Does have the buyback. Going to be using that instantly. And it looks like they're just trying to create space now while they take down this bottom lane of Rax. Ame comes back in. No BKB. Remember, that's literally just gone down. Rolling Boulder comes through. Someone's trying to do what he can. They're going to be able to find out. They do find the kill onto the Chen. But this could be FY in a bit of trouble as the cogs come in from the hook, trapping in 2. X-Nova as well as FY. They're able to take down 2. Is it going to be a third as Chalice? Not really the healthiest. X-Nova buys back Somnus, trying to do what he can. I'm pretty sure 897 does still have the Aegis. It's going to be popped. What did Max do here? I think they just sacrificed off the Shadow Fiend. They got themselves a Rax. They got themselves a couple of hero kills, baited out a couple of buybacks. And they can just wait now, reset 50 seconds before the Shadow Fiends back up, come back in, and look to find a complete lane of Rax, so maybe even a tier 3 tower on the mid or top lane. Top lane. Ray's going to be able to get himself away from this. Somnus is diving through, will be able to find the kill. And not wrong, puts himself in a little bit of trouble, but 20 Bloodstone charges onto LGD's Somnus. And the Orchid is going to make pickoffs like that so much easier. FY Somnus looking to put a bit of pressure. Okay, Chalice is going to get the Dark Rift away. Yeah, Somnus and FY looking to put a bit of pressure onto the tier 2 tower in this top.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Chen is rotating in the sigils there, so if FY can see this, moves it down just a little bit. If you try and make a go on this, it's just an illusion coming out from the Crystal Maiden, so it baits out a couple of spells. Yeah, it looks like Somnus as well as FY just going to be backing themselves away.
Dire's top tower's been disowned.
Bot lane. Trying to firm up. It's actually going to go back for the Aghanim Scepter. Really likes this item, I guess. Just the side gunner. Top lane. Are they trying to make a move? They're trying to make a move onto the Shadow Fiend. There's going to be the Walrus Punch as well, but there's going to be a hook in. Is there going to be Cogs to try and stop this? Shadow Fiend surviving through this for now. The pick comes through. It looks like Somnus wants to go back in. Is going to be able to find at least one kill. Does he find a second? Gets himself out. 21 points. The Omnislash coming through onto Chalice, but the TP's there in time. Black comes through. Oh, that crit onto Nova. HMX picks that kill up with the DD. And now, how far is Storm Spirit off the Orchid? He has the Orchid. He's going for the Shiva's Guard. So with the Orchid, the Bloodstone as well as the Kaya, pick-off should not be a problem, but it does mean that he's going to have to look now for heroes that are singled out, maybe get a little bit of aggressive vision around the map.
I'm over here.
Net worth, it's 14 to 28, a 5k net worth lead going the way of Max. Excuse me, Max still. Zamne is going to show himself on the lane. He is so low, so he needs to be careful. It just TPs himself away. What's the vision though? It's a bit of a glitch, I guess. Shadow Fiend getting close to having full souls once again. Only 2 creeps away from having that.
Top tower.
This'll come in
You know
handy.
the drill.
He did take the melee, right? Yeah, they took the melee, left the range up. It looks like HMX does have the split, gets the clap off. FY is going to be able to get himself away. Pops the sigil though. Somnus, there's going to be the big hook in, and it looks like FY is going to be taken down. We see a Dark Rift. What was actually through? It was actually to the shrine, it looks like, trying to get himself in. But Ame already takes down wrong. Storm Spirit trying to do what he can on the high ground. Drags back the Clockwork. Is he going to be able to get himself away from this? Nova picks up the kill actually with just the 4 points now into the Crystal Nova to secure that kill. And he's going to try and turn this one around with the Pit of Malice as well as the Firestorm. Does he have the call down? It's already been used, but the Panda's split up now. Chasing away up onto a healing wall. This is trying to bait this through. Omnislash is available. The silence comes through onto the Storm Spirit. The Omnislash is there as well. The spin. You find the kill. Actually, who has the Orchid? It's actually going to be Fonte that picked that one up. I didn't realise he had an Orchid. Fonte picks himself up a double. No Roshan for 37, but it looks like Juggernaut just want to force this down mid. Maybe look for another tier 3 tower as X-Nova tries to do what he can on the top. Yep, Roshan up in 15, so maybe if they hang around they can find this. So the blink away 897 doesn't have a blink of his own, so can't catch up with the Tusk. They're just going to settle with taking down the shrines. Fonte. Roshan is up. Does he go move himself back in for that? It looks like he is. Gyrocops is back up in 33, so this could be another free Roshan with Max. And it is a cheese Roshan this time as well.
Dire's mid tower
tower, however, has been pushed up. That's going to push back out with the Chen creeps as well as the 2 catapults. Max are going to move to meet it. Looking maybe for a second tier 3 in this game. Even a second set of racks. The creeps are going to carry on pushing out this lane. Gyrocopter is going to be able to flat cannon those away though. It's open to the flat cannon. It's a decent amount of damage. Yeah, you just see how quickly this lane gets shredded up there by that flat cannon. But he's going to come in behind. The dark pit, or the pit mass, sorry, has been used. Devontae just keeps himself spinning in that. The cogs come out. There's going to be the blink forward. There's a split available if he wants to use it. HMX, where does he go with this? Dense creeps just slowed down. There's 2 heroes out on the bottom lane though. The hook comes through onto Ame. Ame is going to be able to get himself away. Force staff gets force staffed out. But Max, do they want to stop? Looks like they're just going to back themselves away. Try and trade a tier 2 for a tier 2.
Radiant's top tower's hurting. No breaking through the dire structures for now. One last top tower for the Radiant.
Dark Rift comes through. What are they dragging? They drag up pretty much everybody. For this tier 2 tower. Oh, Shadow Fiend. No. Okay, so LGD find themselves another kill. Starting to slowly creep up. Though it's a long way from even. They take down the tier 2 tower. No buyback on the Shadow Fiend just yet. How far away up from that is he? Nearly 1,000 gold. This could be a tier 3 tower going the way of LGD. Are they going to be able to turn this one around? Or at least take a tier 3 tower? The BKB is going to be popped. HMX wants to carry on going. Ame's BKB is still there. The spin comes out. There's going to be the Ice Shards, but not keeping it on back. And the hook comes through from long. The Omni Slash into the creeps as well. Somnus is there. Are they going to be able to find anything from this? Gyrocopter just needs to carry on running himself away. Fonte being dragged back. Silenced up. May even be taken down here. It just is going to be popped. Somnus wants to go again, dropping those static remnants. And even getting a chance onto Chen as well. The spin comes out. There's going to be the Orchid onto the Chen. Finds that kill. Chalice is going to be able to pick up a double kill. And now chasing him down. The snowball comes through once again. Should be another one. In fact, the silence onto the Brewmaster. This is going to be a big fight. If LGD can find it, they do. And just as the Shadow Fiend comes back up, everybody else is dead. 21 to 31, 33 minutes in, and this is going to be what looks like a lane of racks going the way of LGD. Max, just with a little bit of a lapse in concentration from the Shadow Fiend, meant LGD had the advantage in that fight, and just took it all the way to Rax's.
The Dire's bottom ranks is done for. A fond farewell to the Dire's bottom barracks.
Yeah, even going to try and move this over as the tier 2 tower still stands in the mid, but
You know the drill.
they don't care. They move themselves up to the top lane. So it's not going to be Megas until that tier 2 tower is being taken down, but it's going to be 2 lanes of racks unless Max can pull something off to stop this. Requiem coming out over the... Oh, the hook comes through onto the actual Shadow Fiend. And Storm Spirit survives through the Requiem, even the back door being chunked down. Now Ami wants to go. So Storm Spirit dives for this. If they can find a Shadow Fiend, this is pretty much going to be getting the cheese is going to be used. There's going to be the cooldown coming through as well. No buyback available on the Shadow Fiend. So it's going to be, again, 4 against 5. What are they going to be able to do here? The Darkness being challenged just to get themselves away. It's going to be at least a lane of racks. Somnus, what's he going to be able to do to the Brewmaster? They're going to be able to get themselves away. X-Nova just looking to buy time for the Storm Spirit to be able to run himself away. And it's going to be 2 lanes of racks. LGD not wanting to hang around to try and fight this. Everybody was a bit low on mana. Gyrocopter finds himself an invis. Nearly got the entire goal to finish off this butterfly.
Where's my pension?
Doesn't move himself up there. Sees it being dewarded 35 minutes in. It's take a look at the net worth swings, actually. That was a big track up. XP, not as big, but could have been. It's just that it's not gone that far down yet. Still about a 10,000 gold swing, if I'm reading that right. Maybe I'm not. But that was nearly a 20k gold swing in the space of... What's that from there, let's say? So FYI, I'm looking for the push on the mid lane. Flat Cannon is going to be able to clean up these creeps pretty darn quick, Roshan. It's going to be 2.5 minutes at least before he's back up.
We rely not upon fortune. Haste.
Tusk has got himself the Blink Dagger and the Gem. Not with the brown boots though.
I'm over here.
Now this top lane is starting to push in. So Max have to come back and defend this, otherwise they're going to lose this range racks as well. And LGD know this, they're smoking themselves up.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Storm Spirit dives in deep. He's going to be able to find the drag back, but the cooldown's going to be used there as well. Omni Slash, he just dives himself away from this HMX. Is he going to go for the split? Pops the BKB, so he's going to be able to burn this BKB down and then go for the split afterwards. Chalice, he's just hanging around. He's going to be able to get the Piss of Malice down. There's going to be the split coming through as well. Now Fonte pops that BKB. Flat Cannon coming through from Ame, just trying to clean up as much as possible. Gets caught out with the hook. Is it going to be Cogs? Cogs force him back, and now the spin up in the other. The Walrus Punch though takes down Wrong. Wrong is going to buy back, and now it's like Storm Spirit wants to carry on diving in X Nova, takes down 897. Doesn't have the buyback available onto the Shadow Fiend, so it looks like this is going to be a second lane of racks, and they're just going to go for tier 4s. Try and end this game now with no buybacks available onto the Clockwork as well as the Shadow Fiend. Chen buying back. Max needs to pull a rabbit out the hat. Fonte coming in, no Omni Slash available. He's just going to spin himself through and then get backed up by the Chen, but the Pit of Mouse comes down. It's going to be pulled back by the Brewmaster with that Vortex. And ladies and gents, I do believe this is game. Max, just one fight. That Shadow Fiend pickoff on the bot lane just kind of threw the game in the favour of LGD, who weren't that too far behind, just looking for an excuse to win this game. And Max gave it to them. So, that is going to be the day. Oh, the match results are still pending. Okay, but that is going to be the day. Max go on a 4-game losing streak. Looking really solid at the beginning of every single game, but just can't close it out. I've been your caster, Robnrollgaming. If you're watching on stream, you can find me at Robnrollgaming on Twitch and Twitter. But for now, we're going to be closing the stream. That is the day over. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time I go live.